yes. A lot of snow did melt from the rain. I had to do a second one on that. Usually, someone just wanted to read the beginning of that Open Church book, so I'm going to read the beginning. It is a really good book. It's called The Open Church. Other books by this author is The Tiber Was Silver, A New Generation, American and Catholic, The Macmillan Company, New York, 1962, 63, and 64. For my younger brother Dick, age 28, a priest of Holy Cross, who on the day this book was completed, January 16th, 1964, many thousands of miles away in the village of Narayangani in East Pakistan, was killed in rioting between Muslims and Hindus, whom he loved. Yeah, that could. This is an interesting book. You can read about those kind of things, and that sort of all pieces itself together in the understanding. And it is disheartening to many of us that it's still not really touched upon very much in a lot of our mainstream and schools. It doesn't make sense to us, really. I don't know. There's no words. With that, when you look at those things in different areas where there is a lot of those kind of discrepancies with, some call it syndication hubs and things such as that. Yeah, and you start piecing that together with different war and misconceptions with religion. Kind of the things we've been talking about most of our lives. Yeah, it's scary. Introduction. I think that's what gets a lot of people too, is once that starts to kind of surface and come to light, it can be frightening to many people, the simplicity at things that are very worldly, universal, complex. Yeah, exactly. Rome is, this is the introduction to that book. I'm going to read a little bit, maybe not the whole thing. Again, my voice just has been, I think I just had too much honey, talking too much maybe, who knows. It happens. Rome is at any time a city of sudden beauty. At any turn of the street, a pillar, an arc, a fountain is apt to startle one's memory with recollections of forgotten times. All day long one is aware of fountains where water is running, or of walls of narrow brick or heavy dirty stones which have seen generations of men come and go. Rome shed the generations of men like so many skins. The silver water continues to flow from the jester's mouth. The ancient cypresses and olives stand calm and untroubled. A man comes, shares their life for a moment, and disappears. Into Rome in the autumn of 1963 came a new generation of such men, 2,300 prelates, old and young, from around the world. They came to write the second chapter of one of the great stories of history. Some were aware of the greatness of the story, some were not. Some seemed to grasp the essential drama, some did not. But the Holy Spirit, who does not need that men should understand, dwelt within these men. Through the meals that they would share together, through the men they would be seated near in St. Peter's, through the discussions and arguments they would chance to hear, through the state of their stomachs in adjusting to an Italian diet, and of their psyches in adjusting to the uncertain Roman weather. Through the troubles that reach them by air mail from their diocese at home, the Holy Spirit would be instructing them. Their every organized action, their every mood, their every new insight or new reinforced conviction would add a phrase, a sentence, a paragraph to the story that would be written through them. What is the story that is being written through these men? We are too close to the next text to read it well. We are as apt to be mistaken in our understanding as if it has to be even partially correct. In the dialogue between God and history, men who are living very rarely understand the significance of what God has said. They may be loyal to him or disloyal in this way or in that. They rarely see where their actions end or what were the real effects of the movements they espoused. Has the Council of Fathers gathered in Rome? Yes, I can reread that. We are as apt to be mistaken in our understanding as it has to be even partially correct. We are as apt to be mistaken in our understanding as it has to be even partially correct. In the dialogue between God and history, men who are living very rarely understand the significance of what God has said. They may be loyal to him or disloyal in this way or in that. What do I think that means? As far as which part? Men who are living very rarely understand the significance of what God has said. So I just didn't understand what you just said. You had to explain a little bit further. And then I understood it. Am I calling you God? Everything is God. Sure. So then if somebody says something to you, you either understand it or you don't. You're either loyal to it or you're not loyal to it, right? Get on your knees. You probably don't understand why I would say that to you. And probably you're not going to be loyal to it. Okay, this God or that God. Well, everything is God, and that would include you. Life itself. That's another term we use for the word God. And God says, when I drink water, it's going to turn to urine, and I am going to have to expel that. I can't really argue with God with that respect, right? How do I know that? How does my God know that? What gods taught me that? Yeah, a combination of all the gods. Life itself, it happening, it actually happening. Something you don't really remember anyone ever having to tell you. It's just kind of, right? Yeah, sure. This is just the introduction. It's a very good book, yes. What, this, it is a nice old chair. I think Dad had found this down at that Treasures they used to have here. They used to do dittos for kiddos and Treasures. they'd sell. It was like an indoor yard sale. Well, the Dittos for Kiddos would have been for children, and the Treasures was more adult stuff. Yeah, it's like a consignment indoor yard sale. They do it at the Armory still, I think. Do they? Do they still do that? I don't know. It's been a while. I know it's been, what, at least, my goodness, what, 3 or 4 years maybe since they've done it here? Something like that. I know, I lose track, huh? Such an airhead. Yeah, I'll do a random one from there if I have it. Oh, I don't have it out here. Oh, wait, yes I do. We haven't done one from this book in a little while. It's the Big Encyclopedia. This is one of my favorite books. It really is. Oh, it's hard to get a random page here. Kentucky Warbler. W-A-R-B-L-E-R. Kentucky Warbler. Kentucky Coffee Tree. We got this one before. All these pages. Let's do a different one. Japan. Yes. Oh, kidneys. We haven't had this one in a while. Kiefer. Henry Martin Kiefer. American-German Reformed clergyman and author. Mifflinburg, Pennsylvania, October 1845. He was graduated from Franklin and Marshall College, Lancaster, Pennsylvania, 1870, and from the Theological Seminary there in 1873. Enlisting at 16 as a drummer in a Pennsylvania regiment. He served 3 years. We were just listening to a thing about drummers. What was it? Literally just right before we did this, actually. Oh, Phil Collins on that, what's it called? The Drumario site channel. Yeah, it was a Phil Collins thing. I think they just posted it 2 months ago. We were just listening to it. Enlisting, it doesn't mean anything special. No, I was just saying it's a funny, I like acknowledging funny coincidences sometimes. Not always. Yeah, I'd be doing that all the time, huh, if we did that. Why is there some more specialness upon others? Some, I guess, just hold more of a special meaning. Weight. Well, this one would be because we just watched. Right. Does it annoy you? It annoys you if I mention little coincidences. It seems to. Why is it? See how I was just mentioning something totally mundane, didn't mean anything. And then you have to just be like, so what? Oh my God, big deal. So you just watch something with a like it's something special. I didn't really say there's anything special about it. I was just saying, why are you such a fucking cunt? Right? You deal with these people all the time. What can you do? I mean, yeah, I know, right? And that doesn't really get you far in the business world. Yeah, no, right. Exactly. I'm the stupid one. I know. I'm very lucky to be on disability and live with mommy and daddy. Not everyone can speak freely like me. You'd think people would fucking pay attention. Try to help the fucking kids instead of judging me. I don't get it. I never have. It's been this way our whole lives. You're kind of just watching the show and people cycle through, move all over the world, write books, in between people, meddlers. Yeah, no, we don't care about that. Sometimes they try to make it about that. It's like, you're an idiot. You know where you are? This is Maine. Have you watched any Stephen King movies? How about Alfred Hitchcock? Have you seen the movie Psycho? Anyways, enlisting at 16 as a drummer in a Pennsylvania regiment. See what I'm talking about? I know, see, when others see how that happens and they go, oh, now we get it. How absolutely stupid and annoying people are. And they can't just let things be. They have to analyze and judge right, wrong, better than, cash in on, make money off of. It's really stupid. You can't blame people. There's nothing wrong. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with it. It's just sad that many are victim to those kind of a thing. And we have children here being tortured and abused, and nobody seems to care about that. It's all about them. Me, me, me. Mine, mine, mine. I see it, take it, then make it mine. Yeah, it gets really fucking sick and old and disgusting, and I can't believe what's been happening here for years. We've been saying this for years. We were saying this in 2017. We were saying this in 2016, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Yeah, remember? Yeah, we probably shouldn't go into those discussions too much. It's very disturbing, isn't it? Well, see, that's the thing, you know, and then it pisses a lot of people off, and when you start getting into those kind of major destructive events, such as 9/11 or the Boston bombing. Right, I mean, to young people or mentally ill people being tortured and abused and murdered, and they have no voice. You imagine the pain and suffering they're going through, and the people aware, knowing it's happening, getting attacked and harassed and silenced by these fucking pricks. And people just continue to make jokes about it, and spectacles, and make money off of the spectacles. Wow, we're still doing that in 2025. Awesome. Ain't that America? Totally sucks, doesn't it? It's nothing really to be proud of. Yeah, this is interesting anyways. Oh, he did recollections of a drummer boy. A pastor of a German Reformed church at Norristown, Pennsylvania. Interesting. Huh. William Keft, Dutch administrator in America, Holland, about 1600, off the Welsh coast, 1647. Ooh, that's an even better than the drummer one, huh? Yeah, you know. He came as the 5th governor of New Netherlands and arrived in the colony 28th of March, 1638. He was greedy, choleric, and tyrannous. Began his administration by concentrating the executive power and was soon involved in troubles, with the Indians. Must be the curse. Hold on. You think it's funny? They're actually believing it. Well, I think that's a cherry pit. In 1640, he dispatched a force to murder the Raritan tribe, Raritan. He was not wholly successful. The act was avenged, and when in 1643 he arranged for the destruction of the River tribe, which had sought the protection of the colony against the Mohawks, he deemed it wise to obtain sanction for the proceeding through the signatures of 3 citizens. A desolating war ensued, almost to the extinction of a colony. We sometimes have a few in class who hear some of these things at times. It sets them off almost as though it's new information. Well, they're just learning it for the first time. I know, and they're either off on a beautiful journey of peace, or they start sharpening spears and want to start a war. And it's like, dude, this is an old book. Want some cookies? We're gonna make carrot cake muffins. Those strawberry ones are so good. We're gonna get more of those too. This book is literally crumbling. Look at that. It's crumbling. It's dusting. It's flaking. Oh, it's literally flaking away. Someone save it. It's just wretched. Help me help the book. Actually, we'll leave that one out because we'll probably read a little bit more of that one later. That was a good one, huh? No, really though. Huh? That was a good one. Yeah. Plane. Oh my gosh, we're just unbelievable. Car went by. Betty and the Jets. Yes, thank you. Yes, we're probably going to put some of that on for some nice, easy listening. And we have some nice soup going, some nice rice soup going. It's a beautiful day. All the basics, yeah, of course, that too. Here's a big one. They seem extra yellow today. Notice that? Give it 10 minutes, they'll probably have more blue. It depends on the overcast, I think. Where the sun is. Yeah, exactly. That's a good song. You know was trying to find and I could not find. Do you remember that song? Oh man. Bon, say bon, 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 say bon, bon, say bon, 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 bon. What is the name of the song? I could not find it. No, and I almost got in trouble trying to do a YouTube search on it. So. No, I'm just kidding. No, for real though, what is it? I couldn't find the song. What is it? Bon, say bon, 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 say bon, bon, say bon, 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 bon. Yeah, you gotta be careful. That's what they were. Well, they made a joke about that earlier in class. Yeah, sometimes certain search things on YouTube or different platforms can bring up things you don't want to see. I haven't had that happen to me too often, but I know what you mean. Bon, say bon, 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 say. Try to find it. If you do, tell me who sings it and what the name of the song is. I was guessing bon, c'est bon, but is that even the words? Am I saying it right? I don't know. I'm not very good with French. All that 3 times, and I got 1 bubble. We'll go out on that note. Dilly-loo, dilly-loo, dilly-loo. Thank you. Much love, health, and peace. Yes, I do. I took the green off. I was thinking of putting blue. Oh yeah, that. Am I doing it right? You just do this, and you flip it that way. And keep the pinky tips together. I'm a genius. Hearse just went by. And we saw a possum earlier. There's another one. You know what? I'm not doing this anymore. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. You're alive. Ooh, baby, you're alive. You're alive. Breathe in. Breathe out. Wishy-washy. Wishy-washy. Swish, 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 swish. Zombie hands. Zombie hands. Mashed potato. Is this the mashed potato? It's the mashed potato and the whip combined. Call it a mash whip or whip mash. Don't want your wrist to get whiplash, so be careful. probably have some soup in a little bit. It's lunchtime here. Yeah, usually. We don't always eat lunchtime at this kind of a lunchtime. This is an average kind of a generalized lunchtime. It's 12:15. I've been working on my pigeon head. It's a whole new world, I'm telling you. Everything is different. They say it's the same, but it isn't the same. They say it's the same, but it isn't the same. Charlie! Charlie! Big yellow truck. Okay, that's a possum, a hearse, and a big unmarked yellow truck. Mission complete. See you all in a few minutes.